Hey there, my name is Ariel. I am the founder of Muse. We make this kind of amazing little device that we just heard about referenced. So you kind of got the big picture of how to hack joy and bring more joy into your lives. And now we're going to take you on a very brief microcosm into just one of the devices that are available to make more joy. Which really makes me want to sing. Should I do that? Yeah! I feel really silly, so I'm going to do it anyways.
That's a beautiful voice.
Should I do this? Okay, so this song has been floating around in my head because there was a 2.5-year-old yesterday who sang it. And so as I was listening to the last talk, this is what just kept going round and round in my head. I got love like an ocean. I got love like an ocean. I got love like an ocean in my heart. I got joy like the river. I got joy like the river. I got joy like the river in my heart. So. So from joy and love to the brain. How many of you know about this device and know what it is? Well, then I've got nothing to say. So for those of you that don't, it is a clinical grade EEG. It's got sensors on the forehead and behind the ears, tracks your brain activity in real time, and sends it to your smartphone or tablet. From there, all sorts of awesome things are possible, and probably the most awesome thing that's possible is it helps you meditate. It actually lets you hear the sound of your own mind while you meditate. So you slip on the Muse, you sit there, you close your eyes, and you're able to hear your mind like the ocean, or like the wind, or like the desert. And when you're thinking, distracted, ruminating, when you're in that mind-wandering state, you hear it as windy. And as you come to your state of clear, focused attention, it quiets those winds. So for all of you who are trying to build a meditation practice and just trying to get into it, this is the thing that actually makes it tangible. And for all of those of you who have a practice, this is the thing that gives you a new kind of quality, a new kind of way to look into your own mind while it meditates and get to that state of focus. I sometimes describe it like falling in love for the first time. So before I ever started meditating, I read a gazillion books about it. And you're reading and you're reading and you're reading, and this all sounds really good, but it doesn't really make any sense. And then you actually really get a good meditation session for the first time, and you fall in love with that experience of your own breath, and you're just so immersed in the moment, you're not like, holy shit, this is what they've been talking about. This was the exact same experience that I had when I was 15 years old and was in love for the first time and turned on a song on the radio that was a love song. Now, my whole life I'd heard love songs, and I wondered why on earth everybody kept singing about love. Like, what is this thing? But it makes nice lyrics, and they go, and whatever. And then I was in love, and I heard it. I actually heard it, and I got it. So this was what the experience of actually meditating gave to me, and this is part of what we want to give with Muse to other people who haven't really managed to crack that nut on meditating. And that first time you do, you're like, oh, this is what they're talking about. I probably have about 30 seconds left. Are there any quick questions in the audience about Muse? Or the joy and love in your heart? Yes?
So what specifically is the EEG saying? So we get brainwaves?
Yep, so clinical grade EEG, full spectrum brainwave activity that it reads from 2 hertz up to 100 hertz. And then we have this very fancy schmancy algorithm that specifically knows when you're in focused attention versus mind wandering. We have SDK, yes. Open SDK, anybody can build anything they want. And actually, Gustav wants to do a hack next week, so if there's any Muse hackers out there, talk to him. Yes? $299, we've got them in the back for $249 plus a donation to consciousness hacking. So if anybody wants, zip on back. I cannot. Because it took us a hell of a long time to get there. But I can explain part of our process, which was we started first with experienced meditators, and we looked at probably 150 different hours of meditation, and we were able to really track when somebody was in a meditative state and not. And one of the hard parts of doing that is as soon as somebody notes their state changes. So we had to build these sophisticated systems where somebody could note their state, and even if the state changed, to know that they were in a state, and then use that data. So then we looked at experienced meditators, and we realized that a novice meditator has a brain state nothing like an experienced meditator, and you can't build an algorithm for an experienced meditator, give it to a novice, and assume it's going to work. So then we did the whole process back again with novice meditators, then 10-day meditators, then 2 or 3 month meditators, and 1 year meditators, then ultimately built this algorithm, which then had to be honed because that still didn't really work and didn't really give you a human experience. So part of it is the magic of technology, the other part of it is the magic of human experience and how you create things that really truly match you because they get you. Then we threw all of that out because we were taking a sort of bandpass approach. We're like, okay, what's your level of alpha, beta, theta, delta? And that's really fixed and it doesn't work. So then we took a machine learning approach. And we said, well, if we take a snapshot of your brain now and then look at it, relative to this norm database and look at it relative to your own calibration, and from there, then looked at where you were and where you want to be, and lets the machine learning do some tricks, and then do some optimization on top of that, we finally got it. So there's the process, there's the recipe, run with it.
Okay, thank you.